Welcome in to another episode of our Sistas Keeper, the Tyler Perry Sistas unofficial live after show with your good sis Sheila Talks TV with and
Your girl Allie Nick, giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
hey y'all, we are back after a brief hiatus. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful night. I'm excited to be back and to talk about the most recent episode. We can talk about episode 3 if y'all want to as well, but I feel like episode 4 gave us plenty. So we'll probably spend the bulk of this Our Sisters Keeper episode really unpacking that. Let us know, give us a rating. What did you rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10? Drop that in the chat if you are currently in here live. Shell, thank you so much for that super chat earlier. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Shout out to all the members who are in the chat. Hey Janelle. Hey Shell. I know Shari will probably be in here at some point. Oh yeah, Shari's already in here.
Mm.
Um, hey y'all. Hey everybody. Shaquasia. Hey Tracy. Hey Wednesday Talk. How are you, honey? Hey Shy Girl J23. Hey Trina. Hey Kayla. Hey, Mimi Loves Peace. Hey, Naya or Naya. Naya. I'm sorry. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Ahmad. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully, y'all feeling good. Allie, how you feeling tonight?
I am I'm having an array of emotions after
Mm,
this particular episode. I will say that I believe it was one of the better episodes that we've gotten. It gave us a little break from the what word can I use? From the excruciating trauma that we have experienced the first three episodes. It did give us a little break, but now we're seeing the aftermath once everything has settled
mm-hmm.
in. So I am you know, it's a lot. I'm good, but it definitely was a triggering episode for me. And we may get into that a little bit later, but um yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. What about
Cheryl
you?
D. Hey, Miss J Foster. Hey, Princess. I'm here. Yeah, that's what I got. I'm here. I was talking to one of my best friends earlier, and um, I said to him because he was like, "Oh, people like to fake this and fake that," and I'm like, "Well, sometimes it feels like it's easier to just say I'm good because you don't know." When people ask like, "Are you good?" If it's like, "Oh, you really care about how I am," or if it's just something to say, and I'm not saying that you're saying that, but that's what comes to mind every time I hear like, "How are you?" Because the things that are happening in life, it's like, how long do you got, you know? And that's the place that I'm at right now. And I think that that's what they kind of like beautifully showed in tonight's episode, the like essence of that. And it's so crazy how like art imitates life and vice versa, but specifically the timing. I'm not at a place right now, y'all, where I can actually divulge specifics of like what I'm going through right now. But I'm going through something and I will talk about it. It just, this episode really hit home in the conversation around processing grief and navigating grief. Um, because before you even get to the fully processing it, it's just like mucking through all the feelings that come with it. And I think that they did a really great job. So I would agree with you that this episode was one of the best ones thus far. And in my review, I actually said that I feel like this episode, the old version of Sisters and what feels like a new emerging version of Sisters are at odds and are fighting because there's so many scenes where it's like, oh, this is dope, and they're handling this beautifully, like everything from like performance to dialogue, so like what's on the page and what's being performed, it lines up, it matches, it feels authentic, it's great. But then there's a couple of moments where I'm just like, this is some old sister shit, and like y'all don't, this don't even belong in the same episodes. um
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm here. That's my, I guess,
Yeah,
long-winded ass way to say that.
yeah.
How y'all feeling?
I know some people already stated they were triggered by tonight's episode, and I know that um, I think for the especially for what we've seen thus far with sisters, I know when I do my reviews, I have been extra intentional on, making the disclaimer as to what
Mm,
will be discussed, in the videos, because I I personally believe that Tyler and them have not done a great job with subject matter and preparing people for what we were going to be subjected to. And you just never know what someone is going through, what they have, gone through. And I want to personally thank everyone who listens to my reviews and have shared your stories in the comments. It is incredibly, to me, it's a sign of strength when you can, even if you're typing it, because as you're typing it, you're reliving that moment, and you may be also in a place where you are reliving those emotions. So I do not take it lightly. I do want to thank everybody who has shared, your personal stories with me. I do not take that lightly at all. So I do appreciate you. I do thank you. Um, for just being open. And these past 3, 4 episodes have definitely opened up certain conversations and discussions that I've had with friends, with people, my social media, YouTube family, to really go into detail about just how you feel. Some people are angry. Some people are angry to the point of what they have to watch Karen go through, in addition to what we've already seen her experience on the show. Some people are, touched that the stories are being displayed. But I do agree with you, Erica. Something we talked about, and I believe it was the first Our Sisters Keeper for season 9, about how certain things was just so blatantly in your face that some people felt disconnected from the story because it's like it does not happen like that. So there's just an array of things that are happening in the social media world and the Sisters fandom surrounding this very heavy storyline. And it's definitely created great conversation. So I'm thankful for that.
for sure, for sure. Thank you so much, Wente Talk, for that super chat. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your well wishes. Um, Wente Talk says, I'm praying for you all the way. I hear it in your reviews, and it's heartbreaking. This too shall pass. Hopefully, child. Hopefully. But thank you. I think that specifically with the Zach character in this episode, he is touching on that thing when you can like feel or sense something is going on with the person that you care about and you want to show up for them. How do you do that, right? Like that's like the conflict that's happening with Zach and Fatima in this episode. um and it just was brought to mind just by your super chat. So thank you, Wednesday Talks. But I thought that that was one of the beautiful things, specifically because I'm in that now. Oh, I'm in that now, and I was this close to blocking somebody very important in my life last week. Like I was this close because in times of like grief and loss, everybody, not even most people, don't know what the hell to do, but they want to do something. And that's what we watching Fatima do in this episode. Baby, when I said I have never felt Zach more than what I felt in reference to Zach in this episode, of like, stop asking me, am I all right? I'm not all right. Now what, ho? Like, now what? What are we doing? And you know it's from a good place. She has all the best intentions in the world, and y'all are gonna hear a lot of this because I recorded my breakdown before getting on here. Um, I talk about this in my breakdown, but I think that this is gonna put them two in a very great place for separate character development, and I'm actually really excited to see that. I don't know if this is where we're gonna kind of start, or you want to start at the beginning of the episode, Ellie. But Tay's comment
No,
kind of
that's
like ping that for me. And to be clear, specifically at this season, y'all, and I think I've tried to be a little bit more specific in the content that I'm creating, of like creating those disclaimers of this is probably my projection. I'm aware of this. Um because depending on where you are, and I think that not a lot. I think that not enough people when engaging, like not only with media, so like with Sisters as a show, but like with us as content creators or creators period, in like our art, not enough people take into consideration where they're coming from when they meet the piece of art or when they meet the piece of media. And I'm very mindful right now of how raw I am in what particular part of my life. So what is going in coming up against a show right now that is heavily steeped in grief, heavily steeped in trauma, specifically around loss and the grief that comes from that, that is going to affect me a lot differently than something else, right? That it just is what it is. And I think that's something that we need to be cognizant of as we have conversations around this stuff as well. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but I said it.
No, I think it's important, and I believe that's why. Also, too, I don't have any. Twitter is a very dark place. So
Mm.
I pop in over there because I wasn't on Twitter for probably like 5 months, 5, 6 months. But even now, I pop in, I pop out because it's a very dark and just utterly disgusting platform. And I'm just quick to delete stuff. I'm not going back and forth with anybody. I on my channel, I feel like I have a responsibility to protect those who are subjecting themselves to my content. Even in the comment section, you can have some people who are just dark, cold, and I don't have time for it. I'm just gonna block you. I'm not gonna send you no subliminals. I'm just going to delete your comment. And if it was egregious enough, I just will hide you from the channel. And I think that's one of the most important things what you just said, because people just use stuff and they don't care who it hits. They don't care who it affects. They just don't. And I'm just not that type of person. And so I think it's very important that you stated that, because as you stated, you're in a raw place. Some other people may be in a raw place, and you never know what sets that person completely. You don't want to be on the other end of that.
Hello.
You don't want to be on the other end of that. So,
Right now,
no,
the highest form of Erica is not available. She is not available. The most
right,
emotionally sound, emotionally intelligent version is not available. I've actually over the last like week and a half have let something slide because I've been like trying to proactively be like, okay, Erica, you extra sensitive, so don't take certain things certain way. But there's a limit to even to that. So I think I gave that disclaimer because the threshold is just so much lower for people to get cussed out right now.
yeah,
It's so low.
yeah.
It's so low. Anyway, I don't know where we should start. Maybe we should start at the beginning.
Oh, sorry, the beginning. Okay,
Well, what do
we
you
can
rate an
start
episode?
there.
Did they put ratings? I think only one person put a negative
I
zero
think somebody put a
or
six. I
something.
did. I did see a zero. I negative. I
Kayla
did see a
says I give the
negative.
whole damn the whole damn series a negative zero. Well, they are coming out of a hole, Kayla. So
They digging,
you're
they
not
digging, Caleb, baby.
wrong.
They
You're
scratching,
not
they
wrong.
scratching and digging. They scratching it, but I get it. I get you, Caleb, though, dog. I get you, but they trying, they trying. Um, Honestly, I'm going to give the episode. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Really?
Yeah. What did you give it?
Damn. I want to give it
No,
an
no.
8.
I think I
But
think that's great too.
that might just be my damn grief talking cuz I felt so seen by this episode in various characters. Like I felt like okay, now we're on to something. Honestly, this episode made me be like, okay, I can respect this. And I have not felt that in a very long time with this show.
Yeah. And I can get the 8 because, like I said, I think this was one of the better episodes. It's just I think a 8 is a great score. I see some sevens and some sixes in the chat. I think those are great. I think it was honestly, I believe it was a truly decent episode. It was more decent than not.
Yeah.
Like I had more of a I enjoyed this than I didn't enjoy a moment. So that's why I'm like, I'm even teetering 6.5, but I thought it was real. I thought it was a decent episode. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, Tracy says 7. NW um 08 says an 8.5. Oh no. An 8 out of 10, sorry. Roya says a 7. Naya says a 6. The chosen one says 7.5. Mel says 6.6. You don't know how to really rate it because it was emotional, but I guess you can give it a 7. That's real. That's real. I
Yeah.
said in my review, I can't say that I enjoyed the episode because of how emotional it made me. But it did. But I
Hmm.
didn't dislike the episode. It was less of an enjoyable experience and more of a cathartic one, I would say.
Yeah, I get
Starting at the
that.
top of the episode though. Karen comes home.
Top of
Ellie.
See, this is why I gave the episode. This is one of the main reasons why I gave the episode a 6 because Erica, I am on this. I'm just gonna say, just tell me you don't like Karen without telling me you don't like Karen. Just tell me y'all want. First of all, it's the mere fact that I love Pam, and I thought Pam's heart was in the right place. She
Mm-hmm.
wanted to welcome Karen home, in great spirits, and had the whole house decorated. Now I'm gonna tell you that Pam, you was wrong as hell for them names on that banner. Did y'all see them names? What it said? Welcome home, Zach, Keisha, and Aaronetta. And I said, baby, what the hell?
Oh, but this is a call
What?
out, Allie. This is a great call out because I think that if they're going to try to not have a battle and have a more seamless transition from the old sisters to this new elevated version of the sisters, they need to allow the periphery characters to be the comedic relief. Ain't shit funny right now in the
Yes.
sisters world. The
Right.
funny
Right.
is for the Pams. The funny is for the Maurices. The funnies is for the Paige.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on.
Yes. That was funny. I said, I had to pause. Said, what do them names say? I thought that was funny. I thought it was
It was.
funny. And when Danny walked in, just the sheer realization that Pam wasn't aware of what was going on, and just how she. I know Karen is behind me. I don't even have time to tell you what's going on. We just gotta hide this stuff. I also felt that even with the writers not telling for Pam not to know, and for Karen to walk into her house and hear, there she is, let me see them babies. It's already a reminder of what I don't have. It's already a reminder, an instant reminder of the loss, an instant verbal reminder of everybody had an expectation, and I feel like I failed them. I failed myself. I can't. The emotions that Karen must have been going through in that moment to the point that she just said, "I can't do this," and went in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was an accurate assessment of what one must do when you are in that place. But I war with this because I do feel like you have writers on the writing staff who is not the biggest fan of Karen, and they publicly make these things public.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe a lot of times they write from that place as well. I just thought that was it felt like a shot to the head. Like,
Mm.
did that really have to happen? Did that really have to be the first thing this woman heard when she walked into her home? I already see the visual, the double strollers, the double car seats, the double this, the double that. And then to hear Pam say what she said, I just felt that it was team too much for me. I
Yeah.
really did. I felt like, and people can let me know that's maybe team too much on my end, but that's just how I felt. I just felt it was too soon and it wasn't needed. Like, I really want to know what was the purpose of having Pam say that because I
I
don't see it.
think that
I don't
Pam I think
know.
that Pam saying it is supposed to be one of the many moments that could pop up in her life that are going to be many unintentional triggers. The thing that stuck out to me was not even just her saying it, but how we get to the point of her saying it. So you mean to tell me Karen had surgery, y'all had a blackout, she almost lost her life, was in the hospital for days, and nobody told you anything at all. Not one thing. But to, when Tay Talk's point, you were there on time for her to be her there and be there to welcome her. That's the part that didn't make no sense to me. Her saying it was less egregious than the setup that y'all did not actually provide for this to logically even make any kind of goddamn sense. What kept Pam from even going down to the damn hospital when all the lights come back on, when everything is actually fine? I don't understand that. Thank you so much, Angelica, for the super chat. I couldn't get that to save my life. But I feel you. I feel how you feel. I think that you got to prepare yourself though, friend, because this is about to be a very bumpy ride when it comes to the Karen character. This is only the beginning of the things that they're going to throw at her.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Someone asked me earlier, they were like, "What are you expecting?" I said, "I don't have no expectations of sisters. I ain't had them in years." I said, "But the one thing I do know, Karen is going to continue to be the one that's getting the short end of the stick. They're going to continue to vilify her. They're going to continue to make her be that's what I do know. If they don't do nothing else, I do know that that is what we're going to, experience with that character, which
Yeah.
is sad, but I know that's what it's going to be.
And honestly, I gotta look. I don't remember the name of the writer of this episode, but I know I didn't recognize the name, so I feel like it's a new writer. Um,
Hmm.
and I actually overall, because there are parts that I was just like, absolutely the hell not. But overall, I think that this person did a really great job of writing
They
this
did.
episode. And this to me, I guess for them, was their hook or their like foreshadowing into the emotional journey that they were going to be taking Karen on in this episode, because it really kind of preempts us with that to me. Um
Yeah.
Sticking with Karen, right? Um I struggle. Well, this is gonna have me weaving in and out. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because my mind these days.
That's okay. We
um,
following. We following.
um, I struggle with like the people around the person or the people who love the person who's grieving, um, pushing them to be okay. And Miss Lisa like chapped my ass in this episode because yes, you're doing the things that the doctor prescribed, cool, but like this is her first day home within hours. Do you really not understand how this girl don't want to be like conscious? Like, in being real, y'all, like I was literally just here last week of like I'm sleeping as much as I can because when I sleep I don't feel pain. And to have the whole like I guess I'm skipping a little bit, but to go to Miss
That's all
Lisa
right.
and the whole like I didn't raise you to disrespect me, da 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 da, da. Baby, when I tell you I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, I don't give I don't give how you raised me. I don't give what you need. And I again, please hear me with the context that I'm saying. I have literally had these conversations within the last 7 days with people that I love tied to grief that I am currently experiencing. And I had to say respectfully, I don't give a fuck. What I care about right now is this thing that is hurting inside. And I said that this like kind of like touches upon with other characters because Miss Lisa does it. She's a little bit more aggressive. Fatima's
Hmm.
struggling with it. She backs down and eventually goes to work. How did you take on, I guess, or like receive the loved ones around the people who are hurting the most, I should say.
Miss Lisa pissed me the hell off.
Okay. It wasn't just me.
When I oh girl, when I say and it was so bad when that scene came on and her response to Karen, I literally was taken aback. I did one of them. Like, wait a minute, like, are you serious right now? Because this is how I feel when someone is going through because you may not have the words to say. My thing is, I'm gonna give you your space. All I want you to know is that I'm here for you, and whatever it is that you need me to do, I got you. That's it. Don't even really ask people how they doing because I know you're not doing good. So I'm not even gonna ask that question. I'm literally gonna be, hey, I'm praying for you. I pray nothing but comfort, peace, and calm. I pray that you feel God's. That's all I'm gonna give you, baby. You ain't even gotta respond to me. I want you to have your space to have the healing and go through the process that you need. Even with Erica, that's all I did. Babe, I ain't gonna harass you every day. I ain't gonna contact you every day. But what I will do is let you know, hey, I'm praying for you. Hey, I'm praying for you. I hope you feel peace. I hope that your mind is calm. Like that's all I'm gonna give you because I know what it's like to lose, how it feels, and couldn't nobody tell me nothing. Like couldn't nobody tell me anything but just leave her alone.
Yeah.
She'll get there. Leave
This
her
is
alone.
day
You know what I'm saying? She'll
1.
she'll get there. It's day one. She's literally walking back into her home. So when I saw Miss Lisa, it it really made me appreciate my mother when I went through a situation, and mine was years ago.
Mhm.
But it was like I said, why this episode was so triggering because I know I felt like after things happen, you blame yourself. Like maybe you should
Mhm.
have did this, and you know, I remember like the day after. It was like 2 days after my situation, and maybe one day I share the whole story. But it was my grandfather's birthday, and um, before we left, I found myself something was on TV, and it was the first time I heard myself laugh in like 3 weeks, and I
Mm.
started laughing. And the moment it registered in my mind that I was happy for a moment, I shut it down because I felt like you don't even deserve happiness in this moment. There's so
Mm.
much going on with you, so much pain, so much this, and you laughing. And it was like, and I remember my mom came in the room, and the only thing I said, "Can I just get a hug? I don't want to talk. Can you just hug me?" Because it's crazy when you're in war within yourself, within your own body,
Mhm.
because you can't escape you.
Yep.
So it's like when I heard her respond the way that she responded, I'm like, you're not dealing with the normal thinking Karen. Everything her emotions are so on high. As she said, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing in this moment. I didn't expect Miss Lisa to respond that way, but Miss Lisa been pissing me off for the past couple episodes. So I can't say because I've been wanting her. She been pissing me off. So this was like right up her alley, but it still was shocking to hear. When it came to Fatima, even though her tone was a little bit more mild and softer, it still when if someone who is going through grief had to keep telling you, I'm okay, leave them alone.
Mhm.
Like this, I don't just leave them alone. But it was Miss Lisa who asked and wanted to get into, not more so Fatima, but it was just, and then the regurgitating of what I'm grieving over and my
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
Said that. I said, "No, Fatima, you ain't have to. I mean, you ain't have to bring it up. He knows what he experienced. He don't need you to give him a play by play." That was the only thing my issue with Fatima with what she said. But I also understand too when you're in that place when you don't know what to do or you don't know what to
Mhm.
say. But what I can say is, don't give me a play by play of what you know I'm going through. That ain't the way. That ain't
Child.
the way.
And
Mm-mm.
y'all, this for I think for Allie too. So let me know, friend, adjust if it's not.
Hmm.
But this isn't a critique of us like, oh, this character shouldn't have did this. It's us like unpacking
Right.
what the like ramifications are for this. Cause this actually happens. And that's why I'm really like trying to tie as many things into like personal as possible because ultimately like we can learn from this. I'm praying to God, like we will continue to lose people, things, souls. So, I would like to not feel this anymore. But I'm praying that this particular situation has taught some of my family members some things because I ain't fucking dealing with it moving forward. But I just want to make that note because I think a lot of people sometimes take us like pointing out these things and unpacking these things to us saying, oh, this shouldn't have happened. No, this was very realistic. So we're not saying that it
Hmm.
shouldn't happen. It's just there's ramifications and there's consequences to it. I think naturally I want to pounce on Miss Lisa because she was a little bit more aggressive in the whole like I'm your mom. I don't give a fuck. We're people first. Like I'm a child of God. You a child of
Hmm.
God. Like, and I'm mad right now. It's happening. Cool. I don't have another word for insidious, but I know I don't mean insidious when I'm going to go talk about Fatima because uh, I fear that her brand of it is almost more dangerous than Miss Lisa's brand of pushing you to be okay. And that's because so much of Fatima's identity um has been built on and built up to be the person who fixes all of Zach's problems, who confronts all of Zach's issues, who saves Zach. And now she's in a space where she can't do that. So like, yes, she don't want him to hurt, and yes, she wants him to be okay, but the pushing of it feels more so steeped in like, I need you to be okay so that I can be okay, and less about I just want you to be okay, and I'm going to do anything necessary for that, including removing my goddamn self so that you can have time and space with your thoughts. And that's normal, unfortunately, It's natural, unfortunately, again, because I literally have experienced this recently, very, very recently. So much so where I'm like, I'm about to cut my goddamn phone off. I don't want to hear shit from nobody because you just don't know what to say. I'm not okay. I am not. I'm trying my best. And this goes in for me into Zach and kudos to Duvall because this is another episode where he's like knocking it out of the park and how dropped in he is with where the character is and how he's delivering, what's going on with the Zachary character. And the line that I wrote down of the many dope ones that were written for him, but the line that I wrote down was like, I'm trying to separate how I'm supposed to feel from how I actually feel. And that is so fucking real,
Mm.
especially if you're in a place like where you're still so blessed, you're still so, you know, anointed and you still so covered, but you're taking fucking L's. Like I'm in a place right now where I feel like this year has been L after L after fucking L. And I want to wallow in it. I want to be sad about it. I want to cry about it. But then I also still have so many other great things that's working for me. And then I'm also the person that people expect to be okay all the time. And there's a dissonance there. So going back to Fatima, she to me is a little bit more dangerous because now Zach is going to be having to confront how he shows up in his grief, what he allows to be seen in his grief. And it gets tricky when you are more in your head around how people experience you grieving versus in your head of you allowing yourself to grieve, if that makes sense.
Mhm. It does. And even for, like you said, with the character of Zach, the vow, it was just everything too. Like not just even with the words that he spoke, but just how disinterested he appeared when Fatima was asking him certain questions. Like the way that the vow was is like he used every part of his body to show
Mm-hmm.
what his grief looked like. And I could really appreciate that as a just as a talent watching him. It was really beautiful. I believe how he, depicted that. And even going back what you said, like you don't want to use the word insidious, but I understand what you're saying because it was even like I need to know that you're okay so that I can go to work. And I believe this is where we're going to see where the bumper meets the road when it comes to the character development of Fatima. Because
Mm-hmm.
as you stated, so much of who she is has been super save a hole for Zach, super save a hole for Andy, and what they are experiencing. You can't push a button and fix that. You can't say a certain word and fix what they're dealing with, especially with Zach. There is nothing you can do. And how does that make you feel being a partner, to this man? Not only that, but you're pregnant, and then there's another child involved. So I think this is why it's so important as well that when you connect yourself with someone in a romantic relationship, even though they may not be married, that's the plan. Good and bad, richer or poor, better or for worse. And baby, you in the worst. So how you show up during this moment of the relationship, it really, sets the tone for if they will make it.
Yeah.
Because some people believe just because you have the Zatima show that they gonna be together forever. That's not what that means. Because Tyler Perry will break up anybody. He don't give a damn. He don't care if you got a show, a movie, nothing. That man
Yeah.
don't give a damn. So I think it's going to be really interesting, and I'm excited because I have been craving for the character of Fatima to show something else.
Mm-hmm.
I have been waiting for Crystal as an actress to be stretched, the character of Fatima to be stretched. So now it look like we finally are going to get it. It's going to be a bumpy ride for them, no doubt, though.
Yeah, I would say that this is the most excited I have been about Zach and Fatima, period, since probably like season 3.
Mhm.
Like the season that they're walking into, and it's because of the separate character development that they're going to be forced into, because for whatever reason the new writers have decided that they're going to allow them to feel, and it might not be consequences of things that they actually have any kind of control over, but it's life.
Mhm.
And we don't get no damn get out of jail free, get out of hurt free, get out of trauma free cards in life.
Yes.
That like life got hands. That hoe really do got hands. She's whooping my ass right now. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. And I feel like I can fight. But she has hands. And I'm gonna put some respect on that. And seeing that manifested on the show in a real way, is comforting. I know that sounds crazy, but it is.
Yeah.
It feels like the show is now starting to ground itself in something. And to your point, like Fatima has to do something else, and that something else is now going to be rediscover what is valuable about you to you. If you cannot save Zach from turmoil, stress, and depression, do you still find yourself a valuable woman? Do you still see your beauty? Do you still respect your intellect? Do you still feel like a kind, loving individual? If he shuts down tomorrow, do you stop being Fatima?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see what the hell that looks like. Zach,
Let's see what it looks like.
you lost a baby with the former love of your life while living in a life with the current love of your life and expecting a new baby. There is just such a myriad amount of emotions that are coursing through this man's veins. And the fact that y'all are allowing this man to sit with it and not just writing, oh, Zach is perfectly fine. So and so, he hit the mega ball. Somebody gave him a new car. Bryce
Mm-hmm.
disappeared, but he has a new perfect partner who's handling all of this, and everything is great in 3 episodes. Now we have something to deal with. They didn't even backspace delete it when it come to Michael. They going to custody battle for Michael. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's see what it looks like when a man has to now battle his internal thoughts, his blaming and shame of himself, his frustration with the world, his lack of fucking resources, his alienating himself from his damn partner, his lack of esteem that comes from all of what life is telling you, because sometimes life will trick us into believing that we aren't who the hell we supposed to be, or who we actually are, because we feel like we getting lumped up too much. Yes, let's see it. Let's go. I'm here for it, and I'm really, really excited. And I think over the years, it has been interesting watching people engage with our critique of these two characters separately, but then as a couple, because I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how people cannot want to see the realness that comes from this versus what the hell we got over the last 3 years.
Yeah. And there are so many people. I don't know if you've been seeing these comments, but it's like, oh, Zach need to get over it. Zach need to man up. Zach, and I'm like, no, 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 no. See, this is what the writers have allowed you to become accustomed to when it pertains to Zachary Taylor. He does not have to deal with anything. Normally, and I was talking to one person about it. We had a really good conversation. I said, when it came to Michael, throw some money at Heather. Now he's in my care. I ain't got to deal with that. When they come, oh, he's down and out. Oh, you get this link, you come up on this money, you're able to get the car that you want, the house that you want. You have this air about yourself that now because you got some money, you feel like you're better than other people. You don't have to really deal with things. You just throw money at it and it's okay. I think the beautiful aspect of this show now, and what I appreciated about the show when it first started, is that you see these people go through, like really go through it. There's just some, people in the fandom who believe that Zach and Fatima ain't supposed to go through nothing. They just supposed to live happily ever after. In what world? This is sisters at the end of the day,
Yep.
and so now, excuse me, we're gonna see how they maneuver through this space. And when I say I am ecstatic,
Yeah.
not because I want these characters to suffer, but because I want to see how these characters maneuver as individuals and as a couple when they truly experience hardship. Now that it's knocked on their door. And Kina, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Kina. To me, said a word. She said, Fatima needs to know that you can't madam grief.
Ooh.
That's the word
Ooh.
for me, baby. You cannot madam this situation at all. Baby, that was a word there.
That is 100% a
That
word.
was a
Thank you,
word.
Kina, for that. And I also still want to go to the chat for two things. I pinned what Keisha said because that's a point that you made a while ago when people were wishing for Karen to lose one of these babies. But I want to address what Ida
Oh,
said in the chat, because
okay.
this is important. And thank you so much, Ida, for even posting this comment. Y'all, the chat is so very important because we don't know what we don't know. We don't know how things are landing on you or how you're receiving certain things. But if you post something, then we could come back and clarify, right? So Ada says, honestly, I would rather people be around asking me if I'm okay than to have nobody around during this difficult time. Some people have nobody to ask if they're okay. And I'm highlighting this specifically because being in a space right now of grieving deeply, there are people who I have shut down on actively, and then there are people who have a freeway in and who I have maintained communication with. And the people who I have maintained communication with are the people who know exactly how I am. But I don't think that you actually get to know how somebody is or where they are or what they're thinking or how they're feeling by asking, "Are you okay?" Because that question leads with an answer that they're trying to persuade you into providing. It's basically like a loaded question. So, yes, having people is better than not having people. And I know it sounds kind of ungrateful, maybe on my part, to be like, well, you cutting people out and there's people who don't have people in your corner. Cool. But for me, I don't, it doesn't feel good to just have people for people's sake, and those same people are just saying, "Are you okay?" And then the next day, "Well, things happen, you should get over it," or "Let it rest, like it's done." Like I've had that said to me, and it's like I don't want to hear it because my heart still hurts today. So you telling me that I should be moving through it is not actually helping anything. So I would rather have silence. I would rather you not say a damn thing to me than to say some insensitive that's basically pointing to where I should be and not giving me space to be where I am. And that takes me back to the people who do have unfeathered access to me right now. They have asked, "How are you? Have you eaten? How much water did you drink today?" Or "What are you doing?" Like things to like to pull me in, but leaves it open for me to be honest. And then they also ask in a way and they move in a way where I know that whatever they're asking is genuine. We ask people every day, "Are you all right? You good?" Do we really mean it? People say, "How are you?" all the time. And I wonder, do you really want to know? Because that's not like a normal, like, it's not the norm for people to really want to know how you are. So if you are, trying to show up, trying to hold space, which I think is the key here, right? If you trying to hold space for somebody who is grieving, then you have to do so by actually creating space in your schedule to let it be open ended, not coming to the person with this container that you want them to fit in so that you can take care of them in the way that you think that would be best to take care of them. If that makes any sense. I don't know. Does that make sense, Allie?
Mhm. I
Okay.
mean, it definitely makes sense, and I understand like there's different walks of life, and some people may be in a deficit when it comes to people being in their lives or supporting. But then also, I think that those things are like you have people who they want to support you how they want to support you and not what's best for you in that support. And
Yeah.
sometimes that could be a blurred line, but when you're put in those situations, it causes you to me to examine self first. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I know that she or he is experiencing this. This is how I know how to be there for someone, but that may not be what they need. So let me just ask. And if they don't answer me, that's fine. And during this moment, to me, you can't take nothing personal. Because I may say,
Yeah.
okay, it's like, you can't take it personal. And it's like one of those things where I don't because I just feel like and you said something that's so important. At the end of the day, regardless of what your title is, people who watching, whether your daughter, mama, aunt, uncle, daddy, whatever your title is, you are a person first. You are a flawed person. You are a person that's gonna go through. And to me, human nature is human nature.
Mhm.
Pain is relative. That is something that I believe that we all have experienced at some point in our lives. And I just tend to think about when you were in that place and someone asked you, "Were you okay?" What did that do for you?
Mhm.
What do that? What? I remember I was going through it one time, and this dude was like, "Hey, hey, 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 love, how you doing?" I didn't even ask him if he wanted to know. I laid it all out. That brother looked at me like I was crazy. Well, you asked.
You
So if you ask
asked.
a question, that means you want a response. And brother, what you gonna do with what I just shared?
Mhm.
Well, I hope you come out of that. Yeah, I bet you do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
be mindful. Just I believe in being mindful. I believe in when you don't know what to say, sometimes there's nothing to say.
And that has
There's
been
just nothing to
that has
say.
also been so helpful. Like the people that I have talked to most recently has like just sat on phone with me or sat on FaceTime with me.
Mhm.
And that matters. Like I think the
Yes.
part of it that people don't want to actually think about, and I think it's a certain intentionality that has to come with you supporting somebody through grief, is that, to your point, Allie, it's not about you and it's what this person actually needs. And sometimes we self-aggrandize and like wanting to be the savior, and since we don't see, oh, just sitting with somebody is enough, we equate it to not being enough. So then we want to do more. That is literally what we watching Fatima do to Zach in this episode, right? And it's just like, girl, you could have just made
Mhm.
breakfast and let the man come down in silence and let him eat, and don't even speak until like good, aside from good morning. Watch him just being
Mhm.
there, trying to anticipate, like not requiring him to perform anything for you or to check off anything, so that it's like, oh well,
Mhm.
yeah, I was there and I said this and no. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a great point, Ida.
Yeah.
I live in LA, y'all. There are tons of people who have people, plenty of people around them, and they feel like the loneliest person in the room. So it's, again, it's
Mhm.
just something to be said about having people versus fully being seen and fully being felt, because you can be surrounded by people all the hell that you like and nobody see you. And
Yeah.
I just am at a place where I value being seen fully than just having a bunch of people who claim to know me, claim to love me, claim to support me. I want it to be real. And I think that that's
Yeah.
a little bit of a difference. Now, the other comment that I wanted to point to was Keisha, who said, so y'all said in a live before, when all of this was revealed, this might push Zach and Karen closer because Karen and Zach can't both can't grieve around the people that are supposed to support them. And I think this is a beautiful segue into where you think this is going to go, Allie, because you did predict this. If this was to happen,
Mhm.
you laid it out months ago. You told them, be
I
careful what they
did.
wish for.
Be careful what you wish for, because we were talking about the different ways that this could pan out. And and one of the things I said was the only people who understand are Zach and Karen. So you're going to have people in their lives who want to be there, who don't know what to do, but no one can accurately assess this pain or verbalize this pain than Zach and Karen. So there is going to come a time, I don't know which episode is going to be in, but it's inevitable that we are going to see these two people come together and have some type of conversation, whether it's a moment of crying and embracing, where it is a moment of, second guessing, or maybe something happened. Maybe there's a kiss that's shared or a look that lasts a little too long. Something is bound to happen. Like, because emotions are everywhere. Emotions are everywhere, but that's what I said, and it's sad because there was so many people, hip hop hooray, hey ho hey, for Zach baby to pass. And now that this has happened, I don't think people thought about the aftermath if
Mm-hmm.
and when this was to happen. And now that it's happened, to see people saying, well, I've seen some horrible things spoken about Zach when it comes to his baby. Well, he ain't never spend no time with it. He didn't even go to a doctor's appointment. He didn't even do this. And I said, are
Mm.
we watching the same show? Did we see the baby shower? Did we see that Zach was, getting a trust prepared? Did we see this man was
Child, did we
so
see that
happy
Zach
that
forgot
he
about
named?
Fatima's baby? Why he got
I'm sorry,
prioritized?
didn't Zach forget the fact that Fatima was even pregnant?
Child.
He forgot Fatima was even pregnant. Never forgot Karen was pregnant. So when I look at certain things and I look at what some of the things that the fandom is saying, the reality is I think a lot of people are on the edge of their seat because they know, one, I'm not saying that Zach is in love with Karen on a romantic level, but what I will say, when it does come to her, there is a certain stillness that exists between these
Mm.
two individuals. And people want this man to hate this woman so badly, and he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. He genuinely loves her, may not be in love, but I believe there will always be something there. He will always have a consideration for this woman, especially now.
Yeah.
If all the, and I was having a conversation with somebody else because they want Zach and Fatima. There's no reason why Karen and Zach should be attached anymore. I said, oh, no, no, no. Didn't y'all want Fatima to join the sister circle? So y'all want her to join the sister circle, but her man ain't gonna be nowhere near Karen. I'm sorry, but see, this what y'all wanted. This what she
This is
got.
what you wanted.
This
The
what you
only way
wanted.
that Karen's
This
coming up out of that
movie.
bed, y'all, and you ain't gonna like to hear this. The only way Karen is coming up out of that bed is once Zach gets into it with her. It's going to take Zach going over to that damn apartment and getting into that bed with her, crying with her, spooning with her, platonically, and like them deciding that they are going to become active parts of their lives again together. This is what y'all wanted.
This what y'all wanted. And you know what? As much as I don't want it to happen, I really want us as a community to normalize showing affection for people that you are not having sex with.
Mm-hmm.
That a man and a woman can tell each other they love each other, and they may have a past sexual history or whatever. They can embrace. They can tell each other that I love you, I'm
Mm-hmm.
here for you, and that does not mean that I want to be with you in any way, shape, or form. To tell someone that you love them, I don't know why that's like it may be a struggle for certain people.
Yeah.
However, just because a man, tell you, sis, you look good. All right, I see you tights, I see you dressed. That don't mean he trying to slide up in you. He
Mm-hmm.
not. You know what I'm saying? It's like I really do want, if we're gonna use Karen and Zach, I do want that to be something that is normalized.
Yeah.
That we can have a past, and maybe we didn't do everything right, but because of what, and they were on good terms before this, everybody was
Mm-hmm.
on good terms, that we can come together and we can work through this together because we both experienced this loss. But I'm gonna do my little kiki because baby, y'all got what y'all wanted. I just say just
This is
buckle up.
literally what you asked for.
Yeah,
This is literally what y'all asked for. And this is why you need to be careful what the hell you wish for. That's how I see it happening. Beautifully written, by the
that's what I
way.
say
But
happening
that
too.
is literally how I
Yes,
see it happening. I see them coming out of this depression together. And it does not have to be them romantically together. I think it's interesting you said, normalize affection that doesn't have to be tied to like romantic or sexual feelings. I
hmm,
wonder if we haven't normalized that because we haven't fully normalized affection within families or vulnerability within families.
that definitely could be it. That definitely could be something that can be explored
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
Like I
Yeah.
think about my grandmother. She doesn't she will hug you, but she won't initiate it. It's so
Mm.
interesting to me. My grandfather wasn't the same. He would definitely initiate it, but my grandmother had to raise her sisters, didn't have a mom. And she physical touch, she's like, no, please get off me.
Mm.
And I wonder
And
how
see,
many are like that.
and yeah, see, my thankfully I was blessed to have both sets of my grandparents for years. The last two passed away when I was, I believe, 26 years old. But I had a great relationship with all of them. My mom's dad, oh baby, no affection at all.
Mm.
No, his affection. I will hug him. I'm like, yo, you gonna hug me, but his affection was, he'd be like, Granddad, because we had a neighborhood store, and he'd be like, Granddad, can I have $1? No, I ain't giving y'all no money. Now everything was like aggressive. No, you can't have no. No, you can't do this. And baby, don't.
Yeah.
But baby, for a Pepsi and a Baby Ruth, oh, he comes out there because my everybody called me Lily. I got family members who don't even know my name is Alicia, so everybody called me Lily in my family. So he was like, he pull out $5. Yeah, why don't you go down there to Miss Fish and give me a Baby Ruth and a Pepsi, and y'all children can have whatever's left over. Oh, so it was like that was his way of you. And but my granny always had money on him, so you ask him for
Mm-hmm.
something, no, you can't have this. And then 30 minutes later, he'll slide you whatever you ask for. So I guess that was his way. My grandmother's was super affectionate. My granddad on my dad's side, super affectionate, would do anything for you. Girl, you say,
Mm.
Granddad, I want some ice cream, but we ain't got none. Baby, my granddad get his key, hop in that Cadillac, go to the store, come back with ice cream, cake, cookies. Baby, my granddad, he was just, and thankfully I've had great men in my life to show me that, to show me affection, to show
Mm-hmm.
me and I have uncles and cousins, and I thank God that this is not everyone's family. That I didn't have to deal with being fearful of being touched and those
Mm.
type of things. So
Mhm.
my mind, I don't automatically go there because that wasn't how I grew up. I grew up with a loving, family, and it had men that wasn't what I was introduced to or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I think that's a great point with families because sadly, some people that's they have horrible stories,
Mhm.
sad, things that happen to them. But I
Yeah.
do hope we can do better with addressing those things and then also bringing awareness, um, you know, that it's okay to tell your boy you love him. It's okay to tell your homegirl,
That
that
part.
that you love her, and things like that. Because you just never know, and
Yep.
it's great to it's good to say.
I agree. I agree 100%. Um okay. I was about to go on another tangent, but I'm stopping myself. Um Andy.
Andy, yeah.
Allie, I don't know what mission these writers are on this season, but um I guess I kind of like it, but I don't feel comfortable and or safe in the writer's care, so it's pissing me off that I kind of like it. The choice to
Mhm.
actually not only because I guess we're gonna have to come back to Zach because we didn't really unpack the whole Zach thing. I want to definitely dive into Zach and Aaron's conversation a little bit more, but the choice to have Zach in the place that they have him this season was a choice, and I'm like, okay, but then to also now follow up the second character who also could use a deeper dive and a peeling back of the layers to their personhood and the manifestation of actual like feelings outside of like how they look and how much money they make. You choose to do that with Andy, and that's introduced in this episode. And I'm like, God damn it, not y'all two for two. Y'all are onto something. I thought it was just so beautifully courageous to have Andy like going back and forth with Hayden because he get his little introduction. I say, "Oh, Allie probably love this because Chris looks good as hell right now." Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Girl, did he not?
They have their little back and forth. Then she go into her office. Fatima comes in to check on her, and she's fine, fine, fine until she ain't. And that's how it go. It goes like that so swiftly. I said, "Oh my god!" Not them trying to be real, not them grounding this in some real authenticity, not them giving Andrea
Mhm.
something to really chew on because this girl was kidnapped, held hostage, threatened to lose her life. Watch another black woman lose her life. Was saved by the nigga that you don't like because he done slept with this homegirl, got this homegirl pregnant, now hunching on this homegirl only to find out that the homegirl goes into goddamn labor. You stuck in traffic, have to get to her. It's all of these things is happening after you have the win of your life, and all of that's followed by you also trying to go run after who you claim to be the love of your life. There's so many things happening for you, and they bypass them all the time when it comes to Andy. But they, in this moment, allow her to like feel it, and then once you allow it to you to feel it, it immediately starts to like manifest on you physically. I said,
Yeah.
bravo, bravo. Because y'all gonna
Yes.
stop pissing on my leg trying to tell me it's raining with me knowing all this shit this girl done been through, and all you got is smiles and shiny suits for me with her. Enough.
I'm with you. And this may sound extremely mean, but
We know your heart.
I'm y'all know my heart. I am so happy that other characters are going through
Mm,
because baby, I was tired of the Karen going through special. Okay,
yeah.
we been here for a long time. I am so happy that other characters are because I just feel like they have missed. That's one of the things that I have become so disconnected with this show on is that these women go through certain things, and Karen is the only one that has to experience the after effect or the consequence of whatever decision or situation
Mm-hmm.
she finds herself in. Everybody else, they get rewarded, or it's like it never happened. So
Everybody
to
else don't
see it
feel
like
no pain.
They feel no pain. And like you said, I'm gonna have to go back and find out the person who actually wrote it, because that is what was missing. Even the way that it began to initiate, when I forgot what Fatima said or asked um Andy, and she was like, "No, don't do that. Don't do it," because she could feel it. Like she could
Mm-hmm.
feel it rising. And it's like, yes, even from the initial point of her knowing that she was about to have a breakdown, and I don't want to do this at work, I don't want to do this in here, but it was just too much that she was experiencing, that she had to have a break. And I'm so grateful that the writers are showing that, because KJ has the ability to this. She's an amazing actress. Give her the work to do. She will knock it out the park each and every time. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that we're seeing that.
I actually
And I
just
do want to
went
say, for
back
those who
to
just coming in,
go
uh-huh.
ahead, Allie. No, go for it.
Well, for those who just coming in, I just want to say, I'm not saying that I'm celebrating that these women or Andy and anybody else, Fatima, whatever, are going through. I'm excited as a viewer because I have been craving to see this. I'm getting tired of them just walking in this law firm and, oh, you want to be partner today, my girl? Let's go get this. Like, I'm tired of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Grab your bat,
yeah.
sis. Let's go take this. No. So I'm so grateful that we are in this season with sisters, that we can see somebody else other than Karen experiencing life and having to sit in it. So I'm grateful for this. I just want to put that out there just for, y'all try to come for me.
Well, shit. I'm gonna go say I'm great. I'm glad. I'm glad that they going through it. I'm not even gonna hold you. I am. I
For
brought
real.
back up. I brought back up this scene because I think that you, Ellie, baby, we be here. You said you don't remember what Fatima did in the moment, but
Uh-huh.
Andy started to feel it brewing. She asked her, was she okay? Or hold on. She said, Andy, are you sure you all right? And Andy starts writing. But then after that, Allie, she just looked at her.
Mm.
She created space. And that's the stuff that I think that people miss and devalue, because we want to ask like, oh, you good? Oh, are you all right? And it's all this talking. It's all this goddamn talking. So then you also wind up distracting the person to a certain degree because you're still talking, right? And they engaged in conversation, and you can hide from the feelings, and you can play down what's really going on because you are focused and talking about whatever else. But it's the moment that you silence the surroundings, and the moment that you create space to sit with the person and how they're feeling, and stop creating avenues for them to run from how they're feeling, that they actually get to feel how they feel. And this just goes back to, and I'm not trying to harp on it, so Ida, I hope you're still watching, I hope you don't feel away, but this, like, to me just goes back to, I don't want a bunch of people around me just for the sake of being around me. Come be around me and sit with me and be okay if I break down right now and it's completely uncontrollably sobbing. If you can't do that in my most vulnerable moment, I don't need you here, baby. Go do something else with anybody else. That is literally what we see play out. There's beats here, and these are the moments that I feel like are just so sweet from the episode because they feel so real, and you don't even need a dialogue to do it. Creating the space for somebody and just being there, acknowledging that they're not okay without having to say that they're okay, and without having to point out why they shouldn't be okay, to Allie's point earlier, does like wonders. That's what happening in
Yeah.
that moment.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure. I was like, I know something else happened that caused Andy to just like, no, I'm not, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And then
It
next
was
thing
this
you know,
intention in space.
yeah, it was needed. Andy been through hell. Andy has been through pure and utter hell these past, I don't know how many days have passed, but what she experienced, it was a lot. Like she's a character that I know I be on Andy's ass. I really do. But I take up from a girl when I need to take up from a girl because I
Mm-hmm.
was really, pushing for the fact that I hate that this character constantly gets assaulted. That she constantly gets assaulted by men, women.
Yeah.
She done got slapped so many damn times it don't make no sense. Andy, fight back. But I hated that. I hated to see that, with that character. And just her having her moment to just break down and
Yeah.
her to be able to have verbiage, have words to it, how she felt about the blessing of faith being there.
Mm-hmm.
And, to love on her and the gratefulness of that. But then I forget even the word Andy used to describe the pain that she feels for the loss of forever. So
Yep.
she can't even imagine what Karen is experiencing if that's how she feels about it.
Yep.
And it was just like one of those things where it's beautiful because I believe that with the Andy and Karen's relationship with their sisterhood for so long, it was such a staple on the show, and they got away from that. So to
Yeah.
even hear her say how she feels to watch her friend go through this, knowing I can't do anything about it, I have my own feelings about this loss as well. That seems trivial to even
Yep.
express because of what my friend is going through. So I'm like, I have been missing this when it comes to this show.
Yep.
This is what is needed. Whoever wrote it, I hope they become the main writer because they did an amazing job.
Yep.
This episode when with the feelings and the emotions and the way that they were expressed. Yeah,
It was so honest.
yeah.
And honestly, that's where I'm like at, y'all. Like, no, I don't inherently just want to watch characters suffering, but I don't also want them to I don't want to watch a show that's supposedly mirroring black women's experiences, but also not doing so fully because I don't have not a damn button or get out a fucking hurt free card. Cause if I had it, I'll be maxing that hoe out. I swear to God, I would. I would be pushing that damn card to the limits. Here, I haven't been able to skip much of nothing when it comes to the area of pain, trauma, and goddamn grief. I don't get to skip it worth a damn. And it makes it worse because I had the goddamn nerve to take my ass off to college and then take my ass off to graduate school and then to see all the little stupid ass generational trauma happening in my family and be like, well, we need to do better and we need to heal. So now my simple ass is running around here healed, emotionally intelligent, allowing myself to feel all the feelings. I ain't even ignorant no more. So where I can mask and like hide and run from the shit when it hurts so goddamn bad. Then the bitch had the nerve to give up alcohol 2 years ago. So a bitch ain't even drunk. Like I'm just out here raw dogging life, dealing with the shit, allowing myself to sit in it, be honest with it, do all of that. And you mean to tell me you gonna put 5 holes on the goddamn screen claiming they supposed to be me, Allie, and my homegirls? And most of these bitches ain't gotta feel a damn thing, but the realest one on the
Okay.
bunch? Oh no, you hoes gonna feel. You hoes gonna feel. That's just where I'm at with it.
Yes. It's okay. Y'all hoes go for that. That need to be the tagline for sisters for the rest of the duration of this show. Next Wednesday, da 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 sisters. Y'all hoes gonna feel. Cause baby, I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Hey, it's 5 of y'all now. Baby, y'all just can't just give one person all the feels. Baby, Karen done felt every damn emotion in the
Hello?
book, honey.
It's not just
Everyone.
one. It's all of
Mm-mm.
us. And yes, it's to
Spread that mug
various
around.
degrees, of course. Cool. Thank
Yes.
God, right? Thank God. I am blessed to have homegirls right now who can show up for me because their lives are not upended and like they experiencing certain but they still experiencing shit. Like, stop.
Hmm.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. Whoa.
I am so unfiltered. The way I
That's
don't
okay.
give a fuck when I'm sad, Ellie, is wild.
And that's okay. That's okay. Your feelings are valid. They are valid. Okay, what happened next?
They gonna be
Oh,
like,
what,
Erica
Aaron?
ass is nuts. Aaron is back.
Aaron is
Let's
that?
go there. Yeah.
You know, yes. First of all, I know some people Some people in the chat have already brought it to our attention.
What?
How the hell everybody know Fatima pregnant?
I'm sure Karen told Aaron.
You
Wait,
think
didn't
so?
she though?
She didn't tell anybody. You remember she promised Fatima she wouldn't say anything. So I'm wondering if Fatima
When
told.
but when
I'm
when
wondering.
Karen was trying to convince Aaron that she was over Zach, she didn't say it then?
No, remember they did a flashback because he was like, "You sure everything is okay?" And she was like, "Yeah." But she never revealed to him that Fatima was pregnant. Yeah, she
Mm.
never said anything to anybody about it. I
Well,
was
I'm not
like,
even
so
gonna hold
now
y'all. This honestly could be something that came up in the wash, y'all, because they were in the hospital for 3 days with Karen's ass, and they had Zach and Aaron hand in hand praying with one another. I could totally see how he reveals that as well at some
yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah. It just wasn't shown to us. It was like one of those things that happened where we didn't know, and it didn't happen in front of us the same way we didn't know that Michael was at his aunt's house and they share custody with him. Since when? When that
I don't
happened?
even know
I
if y'all
literally
really
missed that.
wanted to bring up the how did Aaron know part, the way they was rationing out screen time for Aaron last season.
Let me tell y'all something. Even last episode, because when I did my review, I was pissed off. Because don't get me wrong, it was beautiful to see Zach break down and have that moment with Fatima,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't get not one
Not
damn
nothing.
scene of Aaron. And y'all know I was pissed about that. We didn't come to y'all last week, but y'all know your girl was pissed about that because where was Aaron? Where was Aaron? We didn't even get to see him hold faith. We didn't get to see him stand outside that plexiglass and stare at his shot,
Not
even
a
though he
thing.
is suffering. We didn't see any of that. We saw Zach kick the
The
damn
moment
thing
of
over with
relief. Do you know
girl.
how much fucking drama was could have been in the moment of them doing the damn test and them finding out who's the father of Faith? And he get excited, but Zach is standing right there. Zach just lost his baby, and then he's an emotionally intelligent man, so that he got to temper his excitement. Why didn't we see that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Even tonight, I got a bone to pick with them. Now, I done gave you your props, right? And you did well. You did well, but you pissed me off too. Because why when we came back, we ain't lost our spot. We gonna get back to Aaron and Zach in a
Okay.
moment. However, when Miss Lisa was talking to Aaron and Pam in the kitchen, and Aaron was like, "Yeah, I just left him out of there. She's still asleep." Why we didn't see Aaron go in there and comfort her? Why we didn't
Ooh.
see him read in the bed behind his woman, baby? I got you. I know you sleep right now. Just rest. I got faith. Where was that moment? But you give him a moment with Zach, even though I thought it was beautiful.
Yes.
Y'all see what because what y'all y'all gonna piss me off for real.
Y'all really gonna piss
I
us
know
off.
we better see some Aaron and Karen moments because y'all tried the hell out of us last season. Y'all really tried I would drop an F bomb, but Erica done dropped about 4 or 5. I think we good on that. I'ma just pull from one of hers. Okay. Don't effing try me this season. Because the way y'all did my dogs in season 8,
Lift the
ridiculous.
damn ban on Aaron, please. Lift the
Please.
rationing. I yes, I want him with Karen, but I also want him by his goddamn self because y'all done gave me Zach.
Okay.
Justice for Aaron's screen time. Because what are we
Please.
talking about?
Enough is enough.
He does
Enough
wonders
is
with the
enough.
little bit that you gave him. Give him more. Y'all gave us a season of Zach running around here like he was goddamn Dora the Explorer. You gonna give me Aaron Carter?
Keisha, they really do Aaron dirty. They really do Aaron dirty, honey.
It don't make no sense. But he
Yeah,
came in so beautifully and so perfectly. Ellie, you started off and you
he
said yes.
did.
You literally said yes. And that is
Yes,
my sentiments
yes.
exactly. I am hurt. Bring donuts. Please.
Bring me something. Don't come to my house empty handed. You know I'm over here. Bring me some comfort food. Bring me
Going
something.
through. I said, you know
And
what,
y'all see
Aaron?
what
Hell yeah.
And y'all see what my baby did? He didn't bring one or two. Baby, he bought a whole damn dozen. Cause that's the
Mm-hmm.
kind of brother that he is. A whole dozen for Zach. He ain't even,
Absolutely.
and this is the beautiful part. He is so good and disciplined. My baby didn't even eat one before he got to the door. Cause
Hello.
let me tell you something. Baby, you give me some hot and ready Krispy Kreme and I go buy one for you. Take
What
one
I'm
before
coming
I
up
get
out
to
of
your
that
house.
box.
When I'm coming up out that box, sis, I'm gonna give you your 11. I'm gonna
Oh,
give you your 11, but I'm gonna eat one. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. But no, that scene was, I loved it.
it was so
I love that
real.
scene so much. Yes, it was. Oh my God. It was so beautiful. I think the thing that touched me the most is when Zach felt comfortable enough to cry.
Yeah.
When Aaron hugged him and it was almost like Zach didn't want to let him go. Oh my God. That was such a, oh, that touched me. That touched me so, so, so much. And it was almost as if Zach was happy that it was Aaron when he opened the door. At first, he didn't want to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, "Man, who is it?" But when he saw who it was like
Mm-hmm.
for just a split second, his whole thing changed. And I just that scene was Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
It was Chef's kiss.
And
Oh, it was.
Aaron had a, to me it was like a masterclass of, yes, he was asking like, are you all right? But he, I think, did a really great job of like, he'll ask a question but back away and give Zach space. And like I said,
Hmm.
y'all, it's in that quiet that you wind up being compelled while still being present for the person who is holding space for you to actually release certain things that you can't do if you're busy talking or you're busy thinking. Like the power of just being able to sit with someone is really powerful, and I cannot express that enough. The scene was really
Yeah,
dope.
it really was. Oh, it was. And just
And
to let
Zach
him
needed
know,
it.
he did. He did. He did.
Oh, Tam B says my eyes are watering just talking about the scene. Yeah.
Mm, it was.
I
And when
think,
he was like,
go ahead, sorry,
oh,
Ellie.
it when he was like, "You lucky, bro. You lucky."
Mm-hmm.
Almost to say, it's like couldn't even formulate the words, but we, I think, collectively understood the reason why he was telling Aaron he was lucky because you still got your, you still got your baby,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just a whole lot, and to see where they have come from.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful, and the mere fact that even on Zatima, we know that Zach got friends, if that's what you want to call them. But to have someone like Aaron be a presence for him during this time, and then for him to even to reveal, I lost my mom. I'm going through this custody battle with, with Michael, and all this stuff with Hut, like all these things. Like he released it when he was ready to, and
Yeah.
not that, because I know people are gonna say, well, Fatima asked him, he should have told her. You cannot regulate someone else's grief or when they're ready to share. When he was ready to share, he shared, like, I got all this stuff on me and I feel comfortable enough with this brother. Because I think at the end of the day, even though we didn't see it, when Zach held his baby, Aaron was in there with him.
Mm.
Like they shared something that they will never forget. And just to see them together was it was so moving.
Yeah.
It was really moving.
This could 100% be me projecting again, and I'm personally fine with that, as I said. Okay? I want to do a call out specifically for why it's Aaron, because to your point, people, you might say, well, Fatima asked you the same thing and he ain't tell her. There's a certain level of performance that we are all doing, right? Like, I'm doing it right now. I am
Hmm.
enjoying this conversation. I do feel very comfortable and safe with Allie specifically. So I am able to go in and out of my thoughts and feelings, um, and be fully present in a way of like still have a certain level of overwhelming grief, but not allow myself to like ignore jokes or moments that I feel joy and like allow them to come and
Hmm.
go as they do, right? But in the performance of life that happens regardless, people fall into certain places. And Fatima, for Zach, is in a place where he has to be a certain person to maintain his spot within this relationship. For his, I don't want to drop no more F bombs because Allie right, I dare drop too many.
No, I
But
just didn't want your stuff to be. I didn't want you to
exactly,
go through where it wasn't
I
monetized. Yeah,
appreciate you looking out for me,
yeah,
friend. When I'm not even looking out for
yeah,
myself, that's why
yeah.
I was about to say it as well. His FA friends, he is the leader. Okay, let's actually break it down. With Nathan, he's the damn leader. He is
Mhm.
the master schemer. He is the one who's gonna lay the damn law down. With Tony, he might not be as much of a leader, but he's the one who got it together and got the good girl and got the this and got the that. Performances. Neither one of those two quote unquote friends to me have ever showed a place, even within the passing of his damn mama, that he can
Oh,
truly show up as the weak and wounded man that he feels like he is in this moment in time. To which means I don't actually want to be around you because I don't have the energy to perform who you need to see me as. I feel that so deeply because the people that I have now stepped away from or created additional barrier for are directly correlated to the people who I don't feel safe enough to be the weak version of Erica, the Erica who doesn't have it figured out, the Erica who doesn't want to get out of bed, the Erica who has not eaten or has not showered or has not. I don't feel like I can be that person that you expect me to be, and I know for a fact or have experienced that you don't know how to stop asking me to be that person without even asking me to be that person. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove myself. I'm gonna go ahead and not engage because I can't give you the performance that you want, and you can't stop asking me of it. And whether y'all want to see it or not, Fatima is demanding a performance of Zach as well, in the desire to have him immediately offer up his deepest, darkest fears and secrets, while also not creating any real space for that to be compelled out of him.
yeah.
And that's the part that I don't want y'all to miss. It's Aaron, because in coming into this moment and coming into this scene, he gains nothing from Zach being strong. He gains nothing from Zach being weak. Zach can be exactly whoever the hell he is when Zach opens that door, and Aaron will still walk out the door the same man that he was. And there's a certain level of safety there. There's a certain level of additional vulnerability that can be held when the person that's sitting across from you is not expecting anything of you, whether they intend to or not.
Ooh, that's a word.
And that's what I saw
And
happening in that moment.
yes, and that was so beautifully explained. In addition to that, you know who else he doesn't have to perform for? Karen. That is a person who knows Zach and not the performance, not
Y'all
the
not ready
person
for
who
that.
shows up. And that is also because again, it's what y'all wanted.
This is what you wanted.
It's what y'all wanted. Again, Zach does not have to perform for Karen. He never had to, and especially now because they're both going through the same exact thing. So when this moment comes, because it's gonna be a moment. When this moment come, I'm just saying, those who was rah rah, yeah, her baby gone, and all this other foolishness. Remember, you bought this on yourself. You bought this on yourself. Because I don't want to minimize the moment with laugh because what you said was so important that he doesn't have to perform for Aaron. It's not going to impact his life, either way. He could just be what it is. With Fatima, even when, now that the scene is coming back to me, because she said good morning, Zach didn't say anything, or maybe he grumbled, and she was like, I said good morning, ma'am.
Exactly. Hello.
Is
See,
it important that
see,
this man say good morning to you? No, you know what I'm saying?
baby.
Why you and Fatima, why are you making me take up for Zach? Now y'all know how I feel about Zach, but right now Zach got my heart. Okay. Right now Zach has all my heart and my love. Baby, it was not that damn important that that man said good morning to you, sis. You
It
doing
was
too much. I'm
never. It
sorry.
was never that important. And when you and I am realizing this, and like in my moments of grief, that like I be thinking sometimes people have the right one at the wrong time, but in my most vulnerable moments, especially my moments of grief, I promise you that's the wrong time because I am ready to crash out at a moment's notice. There is no filter cut card. There is nothing. All of the social norms tied to like respectability and like decorum, I don't have it. I don't have it. It is missing in action. You hoes might want to try somebody else. That I said good morning would have had that goddamn duplex on fire if it was me. Cause who the fuck are you talking to? I don't give a damn what you said. And you
Yeah.
said good morning, and I ain't say nothing. Cause now I'm looking for a fight because I'm already mad at what's going on. I hate the world. I hate life. Like, what is life? And you talking about some fucking good morning. Girl, what are we talking about? Damn it, that's another one. This episode was very real for me, y'all. Like, so real. And I don't know,
Yeah.
like, this probably be the closest that y'all will ever get to like seeing this, because like this is happening on a show and then playing out for me in real time, and I'm just being present for it and allowing whatever to come through as best as I goddamn can. You said good morning? Flip this whole like mm-mm. Zach better than me. He's better than me.
Yeah. And I like what Keisha said. Like, there is nothing good about this morning. That's, you got to know Fatima. That's how he's feeling. Ain't nothing good about this morning. So whether this man ignored you, didn't say nothing, grumbled under his breath, gave you a peace sign, head nod, one of them, baby, you just gonna have to take what, and don't take it personal. But you're just gonna have to accept right now whatever Zach is able to give you, baby. Because right now he can't give you much.
At
He's not even
all.
capable of giving you much. He's not capable of it.
And it's not intentional.
Right.
I don't know where the decorum went. I don't know where the sense went. I'm looking for that the same way that I'm looking for my peace. It's just gone. Keena says, Erica Soul, Baltimore, you from the east side. I am 100% from Northeast Baltimore City. 100%. 100%.
That was
if
so
I ain't have
specific.
family that still live in certain places, I would start naming streets. 100%.
Baby, that is so specific, honey. Keena, you from Baltimore too? Because that was just such a specific location. That's why I was like, that is so specific.
Yes, 100%. Regina says, I must have missed it. I remember her saying that. Y'all love to miss with Miss Girl. When Miss Girl, Miss Girls. She missed Fatima saying that. She definitely said it.
She said it. She said it, boo. And I was like, because I was like, are we serious? I said good morning, girl. Okay.
It's like, see me, love me. I can't right now. I am Ray Charles to this shit. Okay?
Babe, I can't do it.
I can't do it. And that's okay. Like, and I guess like now we're in a place where, you know, there's like you and I and dissecting the show that's talking about grief, that's having these conversations. So many things can become light bulbs for people. I was not taught how to grieve properly. Again, I've lost 3 family members this year. That has been a lot. And even watching like how my family has navigated that, it's very clear to me like none of us were actually taught how to navigate grief in a healthy way. And to be able to name certain things. So I'm not like knocking people really for not knowing, but then also I'm definitely not knocking the person who's feeling it, who's ready to crash out at any given moment, because that's even more valid because they're the ones feeling it the most.
Yeah.
See this morning turn into a wine get crash out. And it'd be the smallest thing. I told you, I was literally about to block somebody very important in my life just last week, y'all. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this phone off because I don't know if I can recover from that. Let me just go ahead and cut it off. Also, okay. Now, so have we talked about everything of importance in this episode?
I think we did talk about everything of importance. Or the
side note is like kind of importance. Like the first half of Sabrina is kind of important because I really appreciate there being a reverberating feeling of what Karen is going through, like ricocheting through the sister circle. So when Sabrina arrives at work and she's like struggling with like I don't know what to say. I'm walking on eggshells, and it's from a very like I just want to be able to do something point or part. I feel that I get it, and that to me feels very real. When bald headed Wanda walks his ass into the damn bank, then all bets are off for me. Like all bets are off, and I have nothing but disrespectful things to say. So I fear we need to go ahead and unpack those two things very separately.
Um,
Oh, the doctor talking to Andy.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
We didn't talk about that.
That was they talking about that. Um,
I got a little bit unserious thoughts around that.
I was just like, Dr. Vaughn, even I do like you, but I think you're trying to set yourself up with one of these sisters. And yeah, I was calling to talk to check on Mrs. Mott, but I wasn't able to get in touch with her. So you called Andy. How did you get her number? How you got Andy number? She ain't on no paperwork.
How do we know that? She
Did
her
she?
lawyer. How do we know?
But that may be true. Maybe you were on the paperwork. Maybe now Karen got her stuff all together. Maybe she got a will and all medical and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna give you that. But we do find out that this wasn't the first time that the doctor has done something like this, which we knew that he was just
Yeah.
too callous. And,
Way too comfortable
it gave
in
that,
yeah.
yeah,
That was so
yeah,
clear.
it gave that energy. So I wasn't really like harping on that too much. I'm like, yeah, it's obvious. But I'm trying to figure out what's up with this love connection.
Yeah, it gives not that he want to get with one of these sisters. He want to get with Andy. And you know
I
what?
need you to back.
Allie, I said a win
Mm-mm.
is the win because I thought that he was going to be going for Danny. And that was going to be over my dead ass body. So I'll take it.
I'll
I will
take it. If
take
it's
it. I wanted
between them two, I'll take it.
no
I'll
new
take it.
Negroes for Daniela King. And that's what we got in this episode, so fine. Do we need to throw another finance man after Andy? I don't believe so. But if we're gonna give any of the sisters a let's go ahead and give it to her. Because Sabrina don't know what the hell she doing. And Danny don't deserve it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, at all. So I mean, yeah, we can give it to Andy. We can
I
give it
ain't
to Andy.
mad at it. I do want to know where's Robin. I do want to know where her feelings
Girl,
for Robin. Like, are y'all just gonna act like Robin don't exist?
the last time we saw Robin, baby, he was in the airport lights flickering, and that was it. What happened to the brother? Did he go back to London? Like, what happened? I really want to know. He's becoming Where's Waldo? We need to open up
Mm-hmm.
a book and look for him in the red shirt. Where he at? Baby, y'all be doing Robin dirty. The one season y'all had Robin on that jet in the sky the whole damn season. That man didn't get off the plane.
The whole
Y'all, the
season.
whole season he was on that jet. Now y'all done had this man come back. He in the airport trying to profess his love for Andy, and we don't even know where that brother at is. As he just evaporated. What happened?
And then y'all got another well-to-do Negro that's just gonna slide in his place. What are we
Please
talking
don't
about?
play over Vaughn. Please don't play over Dr. Vaughn because I don't know much about this brother, but I know that I like him. I don't need Andy messing over another good man. Please.
But we might be getting a
Mm-mm.
different Andy this one. This one is in touch with her feelings. She's overwhelmed and saying it. She's not just, oh my God, I'm black girl magic and everything is all right. So
We might.
maybe this will be the
Maybe.
perfect timing with the perfect guy. Who the hell knows?
I have a little bit. I have a little bit of hope. I mean,
I
yeah,
got hope for this
subscribe to it.
malpractice suit. That's what I got hope with. I got hope for the
Me too.
for Karen owning this damn hospital behind these babies. Absolutely.
Yes.
I got
Yes.
hope that this is the thing that's going to actually set Andrea apart as an attorney, taking this to
Me too.
litigation.
You need to do something.
Y'all literally got the makings for some incredible
They
storytelling
do.
this
They might
season.
surprise me. They might surprise me. I might be surprised.
Yep.
Just saying.
Okay, back to Sabrina.
Sabrina.
I
Child.
really, I really, really, really respect because I have always felt like Sabrina was an empath and she's definitely a people pleaser. So to watch her carry
Mm-hmm.
to work the sadness and the grief that, she picked up with, and dropping Karen off and being there when she comes home and then, the moment that she has of like, it's gonna be okay, and Karen lashes out like, it's not gonna be okay. I don't have one of my babies. And then she's like confronted with like, I'm trying my
Mm-hmm.
best, but that was 100% the wrong thing to say because to her point, How is this going to be okay? It won't.
Yeah.
So stop telling me this.
Yeah.
I appreciated that for the Sabrina character. It felt very true to her character. It felt like an authentic manifestation of a woman in her position. Um, but they lose me when Rich comes in. They really do.
They lost me too. Then, excuse me, before we get to that, like you were saying, when she comes in and she tells everyone good morning, it was not a Sabrina good morning. It was very
Right.
down, very dry, very. So Maurice was able to pick up on it immediately, and he goes back and like, what is going on? And then she explains what happened when she was at Karen's, and I thought that conversation was going well. We find out the embryos that she has with Dominique are all boys. And then like she was happy about that and just having that feeling of guilt, like, should I even be happy? Should I
Mm-hmm.
even allow myself to have that feeling and my homegirl going through this? So I thought everything, like you said, everything up to Rich was good. It was extreme, it was authentic. I could relate, I understood. But when that bald headed bastard is what I love to call him. When he came in, why are you here? And then to be as disrespectful as he was while he was in her face, baby, there is no conversation. I don't need to see
That's
Rich
what I'm
again.
lost at.
Irritated
Actually,
with
I'm
you.
lost at multiple points. Sabrina, why are you still engaging with an F who is disrespecting you to your goddamn face and not jumping across this goddamn table? Again, in moments of grief, like, please wait till
Yeah.
life is just a little bit okay for me, because I'm going to end up in prison or somebody's mental health facility behind you wild. But then two, she's engaging with him. He getting louder. Every bank has security. Where the hell is y'all
Mhm.
security? There's a big
And
ass
the door
black
was
man
open.
in the office of the manager hollering and screaming. And ain't nobody there to drag his bald headed ass out. And then his hoe ass accomplice comes trotting in towards the end of the episode. So y'all finna turn this bank out at Sabrina's expense. And ain't nobody there to lay hands, feet, and or toes. What are we talking about?
No. Just the audacity of Rich to me, how Sabrina caught you sliding up, excuse me, she caught Penelope riding you, and you have the audacity to be in my face telling me that I had sex with Dominique. No, you're projecting. It was
And
the
if
mere
that
fact
will
that,
make it better, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China milk
exactly,
dud? What the fuck are we talking
exactly,
about? And if I
exactly.
did, because that wasn't your motivation. What was your motivation for sleeping with this hoe is that your ass is a hoe. Because otherwise you would have stood on it. Otherwise, you would have been in my goddamn kitchen begging, baby, baby, please, when you saw Calvin's fine ass talking to
Okay.
me as well. The real motivation is that you're weak, Rich. The real motivation is that you're whack, Rich. The real motivation is that Penelope stroked your weak ass ego and you decided to take a ride with her, and now you begging in my damn face to come back, and every time I tell your ass no, you want to be like those niggas that want to get somebody number when they walking past. They the finest thing walking until you tell your ass no, now I'm the ugliest bitch alive. You sound
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. And where's Sabrina's brothers or something? There's not enough violence happening for me, Allie. Like, there's not enough violence, and I don't have the patience for this. I don't. It's way too much disrespect going
Yeah.
on. Rich has come at Sabrina crazy pretty much every chance that he gets, and we just gotta watch week to week, and nobody hit him in his goddamn mouth. Hell, why can't Sabrina hit him in his damn mouth? Because the nice ones, they be having hands too. Where is she gonna reach her point? Violence is not the answer until it is. And I have laid hands on a nigga before, so let me just stop because
Yeah.
I'm just incriminating
And
myself at
you
this
came to
point.
my job. No, and you came to my job. You came to my job. I have every right to defend myself. It was just team too much. Just the things that he was saying to this woman. I stand with Maurice with your dry ass smoothies. That's how
When
I feel
Maurice
about him.
picked that scissors up, I said, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And then
Because
oh,
he think
you
he can just
done?
run around here and do and say whatever
He
the hell he
does.
wants to because he wants to. Who is you?
Yeah, that was just that. When Paige said, "That's her name, Paige," she was like, "Do I need to call 911?" And Maurice told me, "No, this is a black bank." I said, "Girl, call them because when homeboy robbed y'all, they got done in time. Call them, sis."
Well, she was trying
Call
to
them.
call about Penelope, so that's why he said no. But
Oh, that was about
that
Penelope. That was about
oh, they are
Penelope.
just so great. Like this is what I mean of like they should just be the comedic relief. Leave it to Pam,
Mhm.
leave it to Paige and
Mhm.
Maurice because that did not feel out of place or weird. It did provide a little bit
Right.
more lightness to the episode, which was cool and it worked. Like it was authentic. Like I love their little buddy cop situation that they got going on,
Mhm.
their little frenemies situation. I love that Paige is now in the place of like she might not be able to do much, but she gonna do something. She
Mhm.
said,
Mhm.
"Whore."
Some it's some oh. That was
I
hilarious.
said, absolutely.
That was
Paige is with
hilarious.
us. So now we just need to
Yes.
see some execution. Somebody need to do something. If we're going to have these characters going to jail, let them go to jail for reasons that actually matter. I need Rich stomped out by Tuesday, man. By Tuesday.
Oh my god. I feel you though.
Rich
It's
think he
needed.
bigger than the program. Exactly. Rich thinks he's
Mhm.
bigger than the program. He
Mhm.
ain't. He can get his
Mhm.
ass beat. Zach is very angry. I need him to storm in on Sabrina one day when Zach is just doing something around Sabrina, and now Zach gets to whip somebody's ass that is warranted. Please. Come on, writers.
Yeah.
Rich having carte blanche ability to run his ass all up and through Atlanta amok, wreaking emotional havoc on Sabrina is pissing me and all my homegirls off.
I just, you know, that whole scene, I was just like, Sabrina, don't talk. As my grandma told me, baby, when you ignore the clown, the circus will end.
Mmm.
When you ignore the clown, the circus will end. You baby, you go sit here and argue with yourself, but you finna get the hell out of my office. One or two ways you pick. On your back or on them legs. Which one you want?
Which one you want?
Which one you want? Them your only two options.
Cause any way you
Mm-mm.
want it, I could give it to you. What you
I can give
mean?
it to you,
Maurice said, "Put out Penelope."
baby. Baby, that wasn't the one that got me, even though that one did make me laugh. When he clocked the T on who she was, baby, when Maurice called her meat mouth, because we know what that means. I know what that means, baby. But I tell you, I meat mouth, baby, that's another tier. That's a whole nother tier of insulting somebody for giving head. Baby, what? I said, what did you say, girl? Baby, meat mouth. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
That got me.
Maurice ate all
That
of them
got me
up.
altogether. Oh, that got me.
And I need Sabrina.
Baby.
If you're going to be engaging in foolishness, then you need not excuse your one friend who can finish the engagement since you're the one who you going to go back and forth forever. Maurice should have been
Yes.
staying in that damn room with you to be able to cut it at some point because you're just going to. I don't even understand what compels Sabrina to think that this is what she's worth. That this man is worthy of the time and the energy that she needs to continuously express what she's already expressed and he's not listening. You keep saying the same thing, and he keep coming at you with different things, some of which are insults that he slides in there. But then he wants you back to do what with Sabrina? What is the goal here?
When that brother said, she was like, you need to leave, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm going to go, but it's something we got to talk about. What I said, what the hell do y'all got to talk about? There is nothing for y'all to discuss. Nigga, get out. We ain't got no kids. We ain't got no business together. We ain't got no shared accounts. I brought you your stuff. What is it that we need to talk about? I don't even care what it is, because guess what? We won't be talking about it. Period. I don't give a damn, Rich. We're not talking about it. And I think that's the thing that get me with Sabrina. Baby, you don't have to adhere to anything. He needs to get the hell out of your office. You don't have to listen to this man. And what makes you feel that you have to? Like Sabrina always, I be riding for my dog. Like I be riding for her. She gets to that point, and then Sabrina just pisses me off because she don't go all the way over the fence with it.
Mm-hmm.
You saying what you saying, sis. After what you walked in on, there's no conversation. Period. I'm no,
He
ain't no
talking about
conversation.
some, I might not be your man no more, but I'm a person, so I'm gonna stand right here. That's even better. So now you're trespassing, ho. Now I can have you dragged out of this mother.
Facts. I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, I was done with them. I
Sagittarius says, I don't even understand why we have time for Rich on the screen after his. I didn't put the I just put the tip in. Like, that was his arguments. His argument is, I just put the tip in and you smashed Domini. So then where does that conversation go, Sabrina? Realistically, y'all not even talking about the same things. You're talking about disrespect and betrayal, and he's talking about he only put the tip in and you slept with Domini. Two lies.
mm. Yeah, and I had on that black dress that you like. I said, Sabrina, shut up. And what are we doing? What? And
Sabrina
he
is
was
in the
touching all
is in
over
the
me.
same boat for me with Danny. I don't give a damn no more. And I was kind of giving a damn just because, like, the feelings of, like, her being an empath to Karen, that's the meatiest part of her. But if you're gonna have her continuously engaging with Rich, throw the whole damn character away, because I can't. The lack of self-worth is mind-boggling to me, and I don't have the capacity for it. I really just don't. Even her, not being able to relish in, like, oh, my embryos have survived and they're 4 boys. Okay, cool. That is not even redeeming enough to counteract all of the work that y'all are working against her character by having her continuously basically affirm Rich by giving him space to continue to disrupt her goddamn life. She is
Yeah.
no better than Daniela King in that regard.
God. And Danny and Tony just throw them out there with that plane.
I want
When I
Tony
saw
in the
that plane
fieriest
backing
pits of
up,
hell, Allie. I want that
I
man to
want
roast so
Tony
bad.
to
When he
go.
said, don't worry about Karen, she will be okay, I said, death immediately, you big bitch.
Well, this is where he was death for me at. When this man told Danny, there is nothing more important to me than you and our relationship. I said, oh, so you forgot about your 2 kids? You forgot about them kids in Italy just because they're in another country. They out of sight, out of mind for you. Danny is the most important thing to you. You bastard. Like I just, and I'm like, and this is what I felt. I had a soft spot for women, because men like to say certain things. And I'm not saying I'm not grouping all men together, and I'm not grouping all women together, but there are women who have had children by men, and then when that man get with somebody else, you see how they begin to distance themselves from their children. And when women begin to say, like, girl, I don't know what's going on, it's like he got with this woman over here, and it's like the
Mm-hmm.
kids don't even matter. Oh, it ain't even like that. You bastard, you just told this woman, there is nothing more important to me than you and our relationship, to the point that you quit your job and you are financially responsible for 2 lives. Baby, I could not deal with a man like that. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Danny don't even want you. Danny doesn't even want you like that. When this woman told this man that she would not be flying to Alaska, I ain't doing it. Basically, whenever you come back to Atlanta, we can get it in, but that's about it. She was already preparing herself for them not being together. And then you quit your job. She's not even happy. She don't even want you
And then
there.
lying about how she gonna cut up if he break up with her, but giving him that as the
Oh, okay.
only real option if he was a real man to do. Throw the whole away. Y'all are also in this goddamn airport days after she wins $75,000 behind this bullshit, still engaging with one another in manners that are in a damn appropriate. What are we talking about? Both of you stupid can go. Bye. You're right, Ellie. That was a note for me too. Danny's the most important. Okay, so we already know that you outside your mind. The preface to you being outside your
Mm-hmm.
mind was you deciding that Karen was gonna be okay. He was like not concerned, not phased, but this is supposed to be Danny's god baby that died.
Yeah. Okay.
Tony, find the fire
Okay.
the hottest places in hell, ho. The hottest one.
And don't worry. Don't tell me not to worry about my friend. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry about Karen. She gonna be all right. Just because dirty bastard, you don't care about your children, don't mean my homegirl don't care about the fact that she just lost her. You don't even give a damn about your kids. Because if you can utter that Danny is the most, I couldn't get over that. Danny, you are the most important thing in my life is you and our relationship. I was like, I'm sorry, come again? So much so that you quit your job. You are the vice president of an airline. You quit your job so that you could be with Danny, who already told you you ain't touching that 75,000. Wow. She put that up for a rainy day, and her rainy day, it must be storming because you ain't had no money to begin with. I said, baby, y'all, y'all, she barely holding on to a job, got the 75,000. Brother, you just quit your job. You're financially responsible for two children, and this is who you want to build a life with. I'm utterly confused.
Perplexed even. But you know
I
what?
don't even know.
Not just the audience be asking for things. That's this what you wanted, I mean, this what you wanted, Tony. You gonna get exactly what the hell you asked for because she not sharing that $75,000 with you. To Vaughn's point, yeah, she was very disappointed, and you could see it on her face when he said that he resigned. Because now he's gonna be at her apartment eating up all her goddamn food, leaning on her, and she ain't no place to leave. She's gonna let your ass fall. Enjoy the fall.
Baby. I,
We clocked it, Ellie.
I'm at a
You
loss.
clocked it when it came to
Yeah,
Zach. I clocked it when it came to Tony's ass.
yeah, yeah. I don't even understand that one. I don't. Mm-mm, no.
That's pretty much everything that happened in the episode.
I get everything that happened. Yeah,
I don't think that they slept
everything.
together, Regia. I think they were just talking about the night of Karen's C-section.
I don't even know how I missed. I didn't even hear that. I missed that little section. I have to go
Yeah, he
back
did
and
say the other
listen.
night, but I think that's what he's talking about. I don't know if I don't know if we're going to get to see Andy want to sleep with somebody again soon. With her not even being able to sleep, maybe, but I think that they're going down a road of disrupting a lot of the things that have been normal for Andy while her trying to settle into a new normalcy with the whole managing partner gig and the trauma that she's experienced and then going to bat for Karen. So I don't know. Like, I think that Dr. Vaughn could be a potential love interest, but I don't think we're going to watch her move as fast as we've seen her move before.
And that would be the tell all to me if if Andy is on this arc of becoming a different person, if she can abstain from sex, because we know she'll
Mm-hmm.
jump into that quick. So to see her abstain from that, and I think even what Miss Lisa said about the best thing for Karen is basically adapting to her new norm, and I kind of think that's about to be the thing for all the women, is that
Yeah.
everyone is going to experience a new norm. And so I am excited to see that, because it'd be interesting to see Andy lead with something that doesn't involve her body. So I would be
Mm-hmm.
grateful to see that, to see how she functions like that.
I think it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it any damn way. Ebony is just masterful. She's masterful yet again. I believe Karen. My heart goes out for Karen. I cried a few times in watching this episode. I mentioned early on in this live of like I've been there and like wanting to sleep just so that you don't have to feel, but you don't also do something else that's even more destructive to yourself. Um, just kudos, truly kudos to Ebony Obsidian because the life that she's breathing into Karen Mott and the authenticity that we're getting in these performances is mind blowing, honestly.
It is. It was so much. So it was so interesting because, like, after watching, it was before the episode even ended. Because I don't start watching the show till almost 9:30, so I can fast forward through the commercials. But I was looking at Ebony, and I think it was the last scene that we saw of her tonight. And after that, like I prayed for her because I think that sometimes, and I don't know if everybody think this way, and maybe or maybe not, but even when an actor has to perform, that can take a lot out of somebody,
Yeah.
and the emotional places that this woman may have had to go tap into and stay there. I don't know how the order in which they filmed, but for her to have to stay in that place, that could just do a lot on the real person's psyche,
Mm-hmm.
their physical body, everything like that. So I really did pray for her because the performances that Ebony, and I will sing her praises. I'm talking about forever for what she has displayed in Sistas, and not just these episodes, but the totality of this series. And I know that you and I definitely sometimes get a lot of flack for esteeming this talented woman, but I believe it goes without saying.
Yeah.
These 4 episodes of season 9, just how amazing of an actress that she is. For her to be the youngest cast member, she has had such a huge responsibility in carrying the emotional weight of this show.
Yeah.
And this is not to piss on anybody else's talent. I don't know who else could have done this and made it be that believable.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I have been in awe, and I have seen I don't know if anybody has seen it. There's a short film that Ebony of City was in years ago called Pumpkin Pie.
Mm.
It is a disclaimer. I would say that if anybody decides to watch it, if you can find, I don't know if it's still out for people to watch it, but I'm talking about this phenomenal. I can't wait to see how far she goes and what's before her because she has just. I'm talking about people who I know hated this character. Honestly, I have seen transformations of how people feel now after watching the same way people, oh, you don't like Ebony, didn't like Karen, and then you watch the 688 and things changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, me and Erica been telling y'all this for the longest, man. Go back and I do encourage everybody when you watch these shows, go look up their credits. And if you can find stuff that they've done, watch it
Yeah.
because you get to see them outside of being the characters on Sisters, and you really can see how great these people are. They really are. All of them really are amazing talents. Even Mignon, she's a great
Yeah.
dramatic actress. I hope we see more of that. But it's like she's really good. KJ is awesome. So she's and decorated. She's
Yeah.
awesome. I just want to see. That's why I'm so excited with seeing these people being stretched because I've seen their other work and I know how impeccable they are. The only person that don't really have a lot of credits is Crystal, so I don't really have much to go off of with that.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else, I Ebony and KJ are just like top notch.
Yeah. It's so funny that you said that because like that's something that I definitely thought about in watching this episode. I was like, damn, I wonder. I know that they shoot fast, but I wonder how long she had to hold this arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot. It takes a heavy toll on you, and I literally just had the thought yesterday of like, damn, I think I need to go back to acting class because it's such. It can be a lot, but when you're actually going through it, for me, I feel like I need additional channels or like cathartic release pathways to like justify my rage right now and like have something to like channel the hurt and the pain and all of that into. So I'm like, oh, I think I need to go back to class because I need to find me a scene that's like this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I that
Mm-hmm.
is a tool for me in this space. So I'm glad that you brought that up because it's not always a thing that the audience thinks about in reference to the toll that
Mm-hmm.
your instrument and using your instrument, which is what they call your body in acting, it's your instrument. Um, the toll that these emotional things take on you when you are delivering something for a character that is heavily steeped in something like this. So thank you so much for pointing
Yeah.
that out, Ellie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Okay, y'all. That's all I really got. I did record my breakdown before this. So that will
Okay.
be up. I'm gonna try to edit that before I go to bed and kind of like inch my way back into posting barring any additional unforeseen circumstances, we will be back next week. I appreciate everybody who had grace and has
Yeah,
had patience because we had to miss last week on my end. And I thank you, Allie, for holding space for me during this very trying time and
absolutely.
supporting me. I really, really appreciate it. Um,
Absolutely.
you have definitely been one of those people of like, okay, I can open her messages because I know ain't no bullshit in here.
Right.
The amount of bullshit that you have
Exactly.
to feel, like,
Exactly.
because life in and of itself, and it's no problem, like when you are feeling your best or operating in a certain space and like good to go and like, oh, I'm going to meet all of life's challenges, so it's fine. You don't really realize how much work you do in masking and performing and all of the things, but it's in these moments where it's just like, I don't have it to give, so I really need to pull back from so many people because y'all gonna get y'all asses cussed out. I'm gonna be so many people's 13th reason because my mouth is not, it's not okay. And I'm gonna say some that you're not gonna like.
Yeah. Yeah. And
But
it's
thank y'all.
valid.
I
And
got
it's
so many
valid.
disclaimers in my videos lately. It's crazy.
I feel like when you know there's something going on, don't poke it. Don't be that person that's like when you like to you tell somebody, man, don't touch me, and they put their finger in your face, but I ain't touching you though. I ain't touching you though. Like that's what it feels like. And I
And
told
then when I
you.
uppercut your
So,
ass.
and there we go. There we go. Like I told you. I told. Hey,
God is
it
still
happens.
working on me. At least I can articulate to you caution. If you heed it, that's on
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
Thank y'all so much for y'all's well
Exactly.
wishes. Wednesday talk, I think it was also Angelica. Shout out to y'all and thank y'all so much for y'all super chat. Thank you to the members of the channel for supporting in the ways that you guys have. Thank you to everybody who's in the chat and chatting tonight. Robin K came in here. I don't know if I shouted you out earlier. Hey Maddie, that's a new face. I don't remember that name, but welcome in. Thank y'all so much for being here, for enjoying our Sisters Keeper. A lot of y'all missed it last week, and we really appreciate the messages of like, "Are y'all coming back?" It's
Yes.
so dope that y'all really enjoy these conversations because Ellie and I be going left, and we do not be giving typical commentator talk. So it's really it warms my heart that the conversations that we do have are appreciated and you guys are able to
Yes.
take things from it. Anything that you want to update them on, Allie, before we get out of here?
I'm gonna start reviewing Beyond the Gates. I have had so many
Good,
people
because I'm about
ask
to
me about
stop.
this. I'm for real. Okay, I'm gonna start reviewing it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna start reviewing Beyond the Gates. Really because I'm just trying to diversify my channel and I don't just want to be known as the girl who reviewed Tyler Perry stuff, which I only do sisters and divorce sisters, and that's all I can do. I was gonna do
House of
what's
Pain.
it called? The damn not House of Pain. They on break, but I forgot about House of Pain. All the Queen's Men.
Oh.
But I realized, baby, I only got two Tyler Perry shows in me to do. That's all I got. And
You know your
that's all I
capacity.
got.
You know your
Yeah, I know
capacity.
my capacity. That's all I got. So I'm trying to do like different things. So and I actually enjoy Beyond the Gate. So I'm gonna start reviewing it. That caught me off guard. Yeah, I'm about to stop. Hmm. Yeah, I'm about to stop.
They pushing me, Ellie. They pushing me
Okay.
to my limits. And I don't play nicely with white people taking up too much space in black spaces. So
Gotcha.
I'm struggling right now with
Yeah. And
Beyond
then,
the
and then you know
Gates.
your limit. And then you know your limit. You know what you are capable of doing and what's becoming a little team too much. So I get it.
But at least I know another sensible person will be, that's not like super
Yeah.
soap obsessed. Because a lot of those like fan channels, I'm just like, I've come across a couple and I'm just like, some of y'all,
For Beyond the Gates.
yes.
Oh dang. I
There's
didn't know
there's
that.
just a lot of wayward people out here in the world. Anyway,
I feel
okay, so Beyond the Gates is coming to your channel. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to Allie Nick Official. Divorces is on a hiatus, but when they come back, she will be breaking that down. And then of course, Sistas. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you,
That's
Vaughn, for
it.
moderating tonight. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your prayers. I really appreciate you. Y'all, I'm covering when I'm covering. I haven't quit Beyond the Gates yet, but I'm getting close, and I just dropped the video today that was almost 30 minutes, so that should also be a warning sign there. Tons to
You
get
said it's
into.
30 minutes.
Almost. I think it's 29.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
listen to it when we get off.
not Angelica love my Beyond the Gates reviews. I'm unhinged completely. Um,
Oh
and
man.
yeah, I gotta catch up with All the Queen's Men. I think I'm gonna be limping out of this season of All the Queen's Men because what, Tyler? But
I don't
yeah,
know what's going on. Yeah,
I'm posting what I could post when I could post it, and I thank y'all for continuing to support. That's all I got. I do want to talk about The
absolutely.
Shy. After I watched the finale of The Shy yesterday, and I do want to
Mm,
unpack this season, and some of the criticism around the show as a whole. So I might be putting
mhm.
out something in reference to The Shy soon. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you
Somebody asked me about
guys.
that too. I was like, baby, I think I'm doing that.
You can't do it.
Somebody asked me about the show, and I was like, it's a lot, baby.
It's
It's
a
an
lot.
hour show, but there's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot going on.
It
I might talk
is.
about the last episode, but it's a lot.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a great night. We'll see you next week on another
Good night,
episode of Our
y'all.
Sisters Keeper.